55 is a good year to run the numbers and see if you have enough money to retire. I'm going to take you through the process so that you don't have to work a job that you don't like or that takes up too much of your time. The first step is to analyse your current expenditure, and you can also benchmark it against academic studies to see how it stacks up against other people, to see whether there's areas where you can potentially save money. Next, think about your goals in retirement. Do you want to study for something? Do you want to buy a motorhome? Do you want to go off traveling? Do you have certain obligations for your children in terms of weddings or house deposits? You've got to put all those into a plan. Next, you should see retirement as a series of phases. So you might want to initially still do some work, but it's more related to a passion project and it's something that you have maybe complete flexibility over. So maybe you want to fix up old motor cars, or maybe you want to teach people how to play the drums. Then you might have a second phase where, particularly when the state pension kicks in, now is the time to do your traveling while you've still got your health and your energy. And then you're going to have a final stage where you're more just relaxing and winding down, looking back on life. And by having these phases, it's going to help you to get more out of the early years of retirement, knowing that you can potentially spend less later on in life. Then collate all your assets and start building a glide path for your wealth in retirement and how it might look over time. And if you're above the glide path, then you could either spend more money or start gifting. And if you're below the glide path, then you just need to put the brakes on a bit and wait until things start to recover. You don't have to just have one rigid plan. You could compare different plans, different alternative lifestyles side by side, see what the numbers look like and see what seems to work best for you. So it could be something like, for example, downsizing your house earlier on in life, as you might find that there's too great a percentage of your wealth tied up in that asset when you could sell it and use the money to really enjoy yourself. You also want to optimize for income tax when you're retired, because you're now in charge of your expenditure and how you access the assets you have in terms of things like pensions and ISAs. And different drawdown strategies can mean that the tax you save can pay for the costs associated with running any sort of retirement plan or wealth plan. You need to also consider later life and things like maybe care costs or inheritance tax. Now, this can be very difficult to predict because it's such a long way in the future, but a flexible model such as a spreadsheet could allow you to look at different scenarios. You can just type in different numbers, different combinations, and see what things might look like for you. Now, I feel that with a spreadsheet, you have full transparency and flexibility, and there's no need to subscribe to any software or keep paying money each year. You just have to keep the spreadsheet up to date for your numbers. So the whole process should be enlightening and fulfilling, and it should throw up quite a lot of questions about what you want to do in life and how you can achieve different things once you let go of the identity of being an accountant, a lawyer, an engineer, or whatever. To do this, you can use a coach who can act as a sounding board. I've already put together retirement plans for over 200 people, and my process is fully transparent. There's all the pricing on the website, and you also can look at the file that I use just with the formulas removed, and there's the instructional videos there as well, so you can get a good feel for things before you commit. So if all that interests you, I'll put a link to my website in the description to this video.